What's up, guys? Disaster Monday as the Panthers get doors blown off by the Bills 40-9. I really wish Bryce was able to play, obviously, because I think this would have been a measuring stick type of game for him to see how far he's come, because in this 3-game winning streak, yes, at times it hasn't been pretty. I'm not saying that, and I know people have their reservations about Bryce Young going forward, but he has made the throws when he's had to, made some game-altering, game-saving, season-saving plays when it comes to the 4th down against Miami. So it would have been really nice to see the measuring stick, because we were technically in the game. It was only 6-3. The maddening part for me watching Andy Dalton was that I think he was trying to be somebody that he's not. I've never seen him try to scramble and took us out of a field goal opportunity. It could have been 6-6. Instead, they take it down and make it, I believe, 12-3. And then the play at the end of the half, 7 seconds, no timeouts. You cannot take a sack. He does. We do the fire drill field goal. Ryan Fitzgerald misses. Then he misses an extra point later in the game. I really hope that doesn't deter Ryan Fitzgerald's confidence. But Andy Dalton just did not play well at all. And there's no secret. I think Father Time might have struck midnight on the ability for Andy Dalton to play meaningful football anymore. And I don't mean that to be mean, but I was expecting him to be able to manage things, to not turn the ball over, to not check into screens and then throw it into the blitzing linebacker for an interception, the fumbles. It felt like it snowballed on him, and it was gross. And I'm not saying our run defense turned back into a pumpkin, because it did, giving up 216 to James Cook on 19 carries. So that wasn't good either. We had some good defensive holds early on in the ball game, but I think once it started spiraling, the entire thing spiraled. And as far as quickly the Rico Dowdle Chuba Hubbard thing, we're trying to reinvent the wheel on this one, and there is a case for dual threat backfields. But right now, you got to ride the hot hand, and that's Rico Dowdle. I love Chuba, and I think he could be a valuable piece in the passing game. But as far as starting running back, you need to be able to have your guy get into a rhythm, and neither of them have with just this alternating series thing. And I think the answer is right in front of your face, right in front of everybody's face, that Rico Dowdle's the guy right now. And Chuba Hubbard, the calf thing. Calves are hard to come back from. And I'm not trying to give an excuse, but that is the reality. But you just ride the hot hand. That is what you got to do in sports. You know that. It doesn't matter if that means you're sitting one of your most valuable players. If the replacement, so to speak, is balling out, you don't touch that and mess with it until you need to. And I think that we dropped the ball there. Obviously, the offensive line injuries are awful. Hopefully, Cade Mays and Taylor Milton will be okay. I know Brady Christensen is not with the ruptured Achilles. I don't really know why he was still in the game when we were down 37 or whatever it was. But, I mean, there's only so many offensive linemen, so I'll leave that one there. But whatever you think about Bryce Young, I think he would have given us much better chance. And obviously, I think we need to reevaluate the backup quarterback situation when it comes to next year and beyond. But it is what it is. Andy Dalton owned it, but there was nothing else he could do. And the defense didn't really do great either, even though Josh Allen looked pretty human. yesterday for his standards, but all he had to do was hand it off to James Cook, so that's the reality there. I mean, we're not the first team to get blown out by the Bills. We won't be the last, but I feel like that was just not disheartening, but it just felt like we could have managed that better, and the turnover bug keeps biting, and it became an avalanche, like I said. So hopefully we can move on. Hopefully Bryce plays, because Micah Parsons, Green Bay, Tucker Kraft, that gives me nightmares heading into Halloween. Just thinking about what they could do if Bryce Young doesn't play. But we'll see how it goes, and hopefully the offensive line injuries and the injuries sustained on defense aren't as serious, and we can move forward and use it as a learning experience. But as always, keep pounding, go Panthers, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, helps out a lot. Thanks, guys.